Hey guys, what's up? Kermando here. I'm about to make a little review of my time at the NXT house show in Glasgow last night. Oh my god. It was amazing. It was truly amazing. Just one of the best house show I've attended, like of WWE, and the best like wrestling shows. I've been to a couple of other random little events, but by far the best show I've attended. From start to finish, it was great. The crowd was on fire the entire night. They were just amazing. The action was amazing. Just so good. So good. I just, it was so good. But first off, I got VIP tickets, so I got to meet. It wasn't announced, but apparently it was supposed to be Enzo and Big Cass. I heard from somebody, but I never heard anything about this. But it was Blake and Murphy, which is fine by me. And I, what was that? Was it? Oh, it's Facebook. It's that little ring-a-ding. I wonder what that noise was. But it was Blake and Murphy, and we got to go up and get a picture and speak to them, and they were so cool to talk to. They were so easy to talk to, and willing to interact with you and stuff. It was really good. You can see the picture. I've got all the pictures like on my Facebook, and it's on Google Plus as well. Um, it was a really cool moment. I was waiting in line for it. There were so many people. I didn't think there was going to be so many people, but there was loads of people that got the VIP tickets. I was surprised. I didn't really didn't think there'd be that much. There was like I don't know, maybe a couple hundred. I don't know. I'm horrible at guessing that kind of things. Uh, but I asked them about like where they get their inspiration for like their ring gear and like the earrings and the and the braiding of the hair and Murphy said like the Freddy Krueger, and then he goes the earrings and the braiding. That's all him. And he's like, what? He's like, what? It was funny. It was really good. It was really cool to meet them. I got my picture and that. Just an awesome experience. Um, it was really good, and I thought we was gonna have to wait in the arena for a couple hours after that, but were allowed to leave because we had to be there like 4, and then we went and got something to eat. But I thought we were gonna have to actually sit there, but you couldn't actually eat in the arena. Like there's stuff in the arena, but none of it was open, and there were some people who were just sitting there waiting for a couple hours. But we like asked the security guy, and we were allowed to go and do whatever. So we went and got something to eat, and for the first time in like a year and a half, I had chips or fries, whatever you like to call them, and a burger. I don't know. That's the first time in years that I've had a burger. I usually don't eat that sort of stuff, but this is the only time I make an exception is like stuff like this. But anyways, on to the show. We had first match: Enzo Moore and Colin Cassidy versus Blake and Murphy. Um, the crowd was going nuts for Enzo and Cass. Mega pop when they came out and when they got in the ring and did all their thing. The entire crowd going along with it, with their entrance. So good. And just a good tag match. Just a good action-packed match. Eventually, Enzo and Cass won with their move. Cass did his spinning like Blackwell slam. Really good. And I got to clap Enzo as he was walking back out of the ring. Just really good, really good. And then there was a TLC promo, which met with huge NXT chants, and Roman Reigns was heavily booed. And like Greg Hamilton, like after like they showed that, he was like, I just wanted to see your reaction to that, and I loved it. He was laughing, he was absolutely loving it. And like the camera guy that was like there was a guy filming stuff like all the entire show. He was laughing, and he was laughing at chants. But I'll get to some of the funny chants later on. But next, another great match, a great comedy match, was Bull Dempsey versus Ty Dillinger. The 10 chants were insane. People were going nuts for the 10 chants. When the Bulls music hit, is this new music, and I had no idea who it was. I thought for a second it was maybe Elias Sampson, but it was Bull. I think he's been using it for a while now, but I don't know. It's the other one was better. Like you knew it was him instantly. But I was thinking maybe they're going with his music to see if the crowd is actually still like over with him, or he's still over with the crowd. Sorry, because it seemed like maybe it's just his theme music it was over. But it was good. I want to. This match needs to happen on TV and just do the exact same thing that they did, because it was really well done. I really want to see more of Ty Dillinger. Like the guy's really good. I want to see more of a lot of them, but that's kind of what I like about NXT is that it's only an hour long and you want to see more. Whereas like a Raw and that you don't because there's too much. But NXT you don't see them every week and there's that want to see them, more. But I'd like to see Ty like in a feud of some sorts because the guy is really good. But the 10 thing was really over. And at one point, like they were getting the sign. Like Ty got the sign or something, or Bull picked it up and got the sign and then threw it on the ground. He was going to stomp on it, and Ty was like, "No, no, 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 no!" He was going nuts, like not to stomp on it. And then eventually, like Ty tried to kick Bull, and he blocked it, and then threw his foot down onto the 10 sign, and the crowd was going nuts for that. It was really good. And eventually, Bull like picked it up and was the crowd started chanting and eat the 10. It was so funny. It was just a great comedy match. It was so good. And eventually Bull won with his yeah, I don't know what you would call it, the butt thing. I don't know what he calls it, but this sit down thing from the top rope on him. And then after the match he proceeded to eat the 10. Or he put it in his mouth anyway, but it was really good. Next, Neville versus Baron Corbin. Neville got a huge pop. And it was again a good match. Pretty action packed. Just a good match. Baron Corbin looked a lot better. I thought, it wasn't. It was good to see a longer match with him. Really. I thought it was a really good match. I thought Corbin was maybe going to win because Neville went for like the red arrow a couple of times and he didn't get it, and then eventually he did get it. Yeah, it was a good match as well. The crowd was into Neville. And the next one, it was okay. I would definitely say it was like the worst match of the night, but I'm not saying that the match was bad. But it was there was a lot of rest holds. It was Asuka defeated Alexa Bliss. And it says here she received a huge pop like she was from the area or something. Yeah, she did get a huge pop. They were actually selling Asuka masks, which I thought was kind of surprising. I didn't think that was something they were going to sell, but they were. But Asuka eventually won with her crossface chicken wing thing. I can't remember how it happened, but the way it went in, she got into it was really cool. Apart from that, it was nothing special. I was kind of expecting more, but it was still alright. It was still okay. It was just kind of a lot of rest holds by Alexa Bliss, and there was this sick spot. She was working the arm most of the match, and she had like the leg wrapped around her arm and did like the knee going down her knees onto the mat, and it looked so nasty. It looked like she actually landed on her arm. It looked really bad. Eventually Asuka won. Next we have NXT General Manager William Regal coming out to a big ovation, and he's just talking about NXT and how proud he is of like the fans and NXT for making it what it is now. He looked like he was actually going to start crying. He looked a bit emotional. When he came out, he says, because he got a huge pop, and he's like, blimey, a few years ago when I came here, you used to boo me out of the building, then everybody started booing, and he's like, yeah, that's more like it. It was funny. And now after this, I think I think the William Regal thing might actually happen after the break, or was it before the break? I can't remember. Uh, but then we got on to the best match of the night, and the match that I marked out for when Chad Gable and Jason Jordan made their entrance. I was giddy like a kiddie. I just went absolutely ape shit for them. I just love Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. They're my favourites in NXT, by far. They're just so good. I just absolutely love them. And this was a fantastic match. Really, really awesome match from both guys, from both teams. And the crowd, oh my god, they were going ape shit for Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, and they were loving it, absolutely loving it. Um, there was like some, what was it? This chant they were doing. What was it again? It's some sort of like football type of chant, but they changed it to like, what was it like? Gable, 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 Gable. I can't remember how it went, but they would do it for Gable and Jordan. It went back and forth. I can't remember how it went, but it was really funny, and everybody was getting into it. But Dash and Dawson doing great heel work and great. The way they were like working on them, is different and not the same crap that you see on the main roster where it just follows the same format every time in tag matches, which is what I hate. I absolutely hate that. They're unique and different, and that's what I love about NXT. Um, but Dash and Dawson, really, really good work. And eventually, um, you know, Jason Jordan came in and went nuts as usual, doing his suplexes and his goers into the like when they're in the turnbuckle and doing the spear. Um, it was just so good. And eventually, it looked like they were gonna win. They were a way to set up for, like, they did all their spot in the build up to their finisher, and they were a way. He was a way. Jason Jordan was a way to throw him up, and then believe it was Dash that pulled him out of the ring, and then Dawson rolled up and had the tights for the win. Just a fantastic match, and they got a round of applause afterwards. Chad and Jason, and they were like saying thank you and doing their like the thing that they do in their entrance, and the crowd was going wild for them. Just amazing match, absolutely amazing match. There's gonna be a fatal four-way. I read about this stuff after I made my NXT predictions video, but there's gonna be a fatal four-way at NXT before they tape Takeover. There's gonna be like they're taping a future episode of NXT, and Sami Zayn's return will be on there. Um, Elias Sampson's debut, and then this fatal four-way, which is going to be the Vaudevillains versus the Hype Bros versus Blake and Murphy versus Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. And if that match gets time, that could be amazing. That could truly be amazing. Fatal four-ways tag matches tend to be really good. But at NXT, I mean, that could just be, mind-blowing. I really think that's going to be a great match. I hope Chad Gable in that win. I think it's the time to push them to them tag titles. They've been on an absolute roll lately, just having fantastic matches all the time and winning. I think it's their time to win, and then they should save that for a takeover. Save their win for a takeover. I know the tag titles have changed a few times at regular episodes of NXT, which I don't have a problem with, but save that for a takeover where people will be surprised, and it can be an epic live moment. I think that would be really good. The guys really deserve it. They're just gold. Ever since they put them together, it's just worked, and it's been so good, so good. But moving on. And I got Chad Gable as he was walking past. He was like, thank you guys," and I got a slap from him. And also at the break, I forgot to mention Greg Hamilton. He was coming out of the ring after speaking, and he was going up to a couple guys and taking pictures. If I had a selfie thing on my phone, I would have tried to do that with him, but I don't. Uh, but he asked, he's like, are you enjoying the show? And I was like, yeah, it's brilliant. And it was just, that was cool. It was really cool. And got a little handshake thing as well. It was really cool. But then next we have Bayley versus Emma with Dana Brooke, and the crowd was going ape shit for Bayley. Oh my god, the chants for Bayley were incredible. This was the time where the fans was at their best for Bayley. They were absolutely just going ape shit. But this was a good match. Not nowhere near like a takeover match level, like with Sasha Banks and stuff or any of the takeovers. But it was a good match, and Dana was doing some great, work on the outside. She was really good, really funny. Um, like some fans were chanting like Dana sucks, and she was like shut your mouth and all this other stuff. It was really good. Uh, Eventually, Bayley won with the Bayley to Belly suplex. I felt like it could have maybe had Bayley getting a bit more offense before she won. It just sort of came out of nowhere, but it was still good. Uh, and Nia Jax came out afterwards, and they got on their apron, and then went away again. Um, I'm interested to see how that match is gonna go at Takeover. I'm interested to see how that's gonna go because we haven't seen like a great match from Nia. But I'm hopeful that it'll be a good match. But the chants was absolutely hilarious. They started singing Christmas songs, but replacing the words with Bayley. Like the what's that song? Like on a partridge in a pear tree. Well, they were doing that, but everything was changed to Bayley. It was like 5 Baileys, 4 Baileys, 3 Baileys, 2 Baileys, and a Bayley, and a Bayley. It was so good. It was fucking hilarious. And the cameraman was the guy filming. He lost it when they were doing these chats. I was watching him, and he was just absolutely losing it. It was hilarious. And there was another song they were singing as well. I can't remember which one it was. It was a Christmas one, but it was so good. It was absolutely hilarious. And the hey, we want some Bayley. When after Emma came out, that's what everybody started doing because they were waiting for her music to hit. That's what happened. And they had the wacky inflatable tube men as well. Um, but Bayley is incredibly over. It was ridiculous how many T-shirts she had. She even had a new T-shirt just released, and I got it. I'll be showing that in a minute. Um, but the crowd here was just amazing, absolutely amazing, just so funny. Some of the stuff they was doing, just so funny. Absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Next we have Samoa Joe versus Apollo Crews. I was kind of surprised. I thought Apollo Crews would have gotten some more stuff, some more chance. There was more. It was more. They were really behind Joe. There was lots of Joe chants. A little Joe's gonna kill you at the start as well. There's also Asuka's gonna kill you, and who else was gonna get killed? Someone. There was other Asuka, other your thingy's gonna kill you chants somewhere. I can't remember where. It was Bayley gonna hug you. There was Bayley gonna hug you chance as well. But it was a good match. Joe versus Cruz was an alright match. And Joe won clean, which was surprising to me. Over Apollo Crews with the Muscle Buster. But then when I think about it, I mean he is going for the NXT Championship, so it does actually make sense. I'm just like Apollo Crews is when his comebacks, is really good, and his clothesline, he's like gotcha. I love it when he does that. That's funny. But I want to see more from him. I'm really looking forward to seeing some more stuff with him. I wasn't. I thought about getting up and sort of starting to chant myself, but I don't know. I'm not really that confident to do something like that. Like it's like in the main event, I wanted to start a better than Raw chant, but I don't know. I was a little bit shy. I don't know. Or I wanted to start an Apollo chant or something. It seemed like he wasn't getting a lot of love. It was over, but it was. I really thought there would be more. But yeah, it was an alright match. The main event, it was a great match, a really good match. Started off kind of slow, but it was really good. Finn Balor defeated Sami Zayn for the NXT Championship. Um, Sami Zayn's entrance was really good. I may be a little biased, but that's because he was right up beside me, and I got to clap him loads of times. And if you go on, I'll leave a link. You go on WWE's their like website. They got these photos, and you go to photo. I think it's 63. I'll just open it up here. I'm positive it's 63. So 162, 63, and yeah, 63, and you can clearly see me right there. You can see me. Um, it was cool. He was right there, and just got to go right up and tap him loads of times on his shoulder. It was really cool, really cool. But it was a great match. I was surprised to see Sammy did his moonsault over the not moonsault, sorry, like front flip over the top rope. He also before that he did like the tease thing, where he would do the leg flippity flip on the ropes and then go back over. You know what I'm saying? Where he'd flip back the way, where like do like the fake out or whatever you would call it. He did that. Just a good match, good back and forth match. The Blue Thunder Bomb, and also when the match before the match was starting, Finn Balor was doing the Grado strut thing. The fans was chanting for Grado and chanting. There was loads of ICW chants as well, which is something I'm gonna maybe have to maybe see or maybe go to or something, because I'm hearing loads of good things about it. Maybe I have to give it a try. But there was loads of ICW chants at the end as well. We were just chanting for Finn, and I think he might have did the strut thing again or something at the end after the match. But yeah, he did that a couple times throughout the match. It was really good. I mean, they showed one of the Finn promos. I remember it was one of the promos when they were leading up to his match with Kevin Owens. And when they showed when it came to the part where they were showing footage from other companies, when it came to the ICW, the fans just started going nuts and started chanting ICW. It was a really great show. It was a great match as well, and it eventually ended with the coup de grace. My dad couldn't believe that like I spoke about it as well. How I don't know how people haven't gotten injured by that. He's done it so many times and he hasn't injured anybody doing that. I mean, that's like 200 pounds landing like right on your chest. How is that not injuring people? I don't get it. But just a good match and a phenomenal show. Honestly, God, check NXT out if you get the chance. Look, as me talk 23 minutes about a house show. I mean, doesn't that tell you it's good? And my dad was like, that was so much better than the main roster one last month. Like, it wasn't even the same at all. You would think it was the other way around, whereas the main roster was like developmental and developmental is the main show. Just totally different. The crowd was insane, just amazing. It made the show so much better. The crowd being so hot, it was really good. Really good. I can't say it enough. It was just amazing, absolutely amazing. And I'll just get my t-shirts right now. I'll go and show you them. Oh, and I'll have to. I'm gonna film one, and I'll show you the one that Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake signed. 'Cause I haven't got it here. It's not here just now. I'm gonna film it and I'll show you, because I don't want to wash it in case it comes out, because I was just washing these t-shirts. So first off, we got Bayley. Let me get my bloody video up so I can see what's happening. Here we go. We got Bayley's new one. Looks pretty cool. Look like a champ. Boom. As you can see, it's still wet. I got it on the radio. It's still a little bit wet. And then we've got Apollo. Apollo Nation. Apollo Crews. Oh god, it's looking a little bit shitty right there. There we go, it's looking good now. Apollo Crews. Beep. And then the Apollo Nation since day 1, I think it says. Yeah, it does. And then finally we have one Enzo and Cass. How are you doing? How are you doing? There was loads of how you doing chants as well. Loads of how you doings. Enzo and Big Cass. Nice. Oh, and there goes the old screen being a ferret. But yeah, just the crowd really helped make that show so much better. Like that's what my dad said. He says it just felt like the crowd was more a part of it. Like it just, and it's just because the crowd knows they're gonna get great entertainment. You know, like NXT just delivers all the time. I just love how like I've been able to like see NXT from its start to now. Like I've seen every episode, and it's just amazing to see how popular it's become. Like I remember, you can go back and even watch my videos from when I started. I used to talk about NXT all the time, and I used to say, watch NXT, you should check it out. And I used to speak about stuff that would happen. Like if you check the SmackDown vs. Raw videos, all the time I was talking about, like I would take notes of stuff to talk about, because there was loads of running about and stuff in that game. And I always used to have stuff to talk about, and I'd write stuff down, and I'd always, almost every week, I would be talking about the entire show of NXT, whereas like Raw and that would maybe be only a couple of things I wanted to talk about, whereas NXT was like the entire thing. It was almost like the entire episode I would take note of the things that was happening. It was that good. I just love NXT. I really do love NXT, and I think I might just watch Takeover Live, because I spoke about how I have to work overtime. I might just end up watching Takeover Live, because I really want to see that live, and I just heard it's going to go for 2.5 hours, 3 if you include the pre-show, so that's good. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, I think I've rambled on here a long time, and I hope you've enjoyed my review. And I'm gonna record this thing. I'm gonna see if I can get it edited in. I don't know. If not, then I'll maybe just make it a separate video. I was thinking about just making it a separate video, you know, showing off the thing. But if you check my Facebook and that, you can see the pictures of the, like I took pictures of the entire show, and I got pictures, you know, with Murphy and Blake, and my dad's there too, Corbin and Dad, and yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. That was NXT Takeover. That was NXT Glasgow. I mean, if you do a search, if you type in like NXT Glasgow's like one of the first things that come up. But if you type in NXT Takeover, like it comes up with NXT Takeover Glasgow. Glasgow's one of the top searches. Don't know if people maybe got the wrong idea or something, but yeah, it's not a takeover. But it was really amazing. I feel like I'm just saying the same thing, but it, honest to God, was so damn good. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe. Show that like button some love, and I'll see you for my Survivor Series predictions. Why do I keep saying Survivor Series? I keep saying that. For my TLC predictions, I don't know when that's gonna be up. Probably gonna maybe upload it tomorrow, I think. I'll maybe record it tonight after I've watched SmackDown and Superstars. It's like 6 o'clock now. I've still got that to watch, and I've got lots of other stuff to watch too. I got a lot of stuff to catch up with. So as the only downside of this is I've got loads of shit to catch up with. But yeah, I'm not gonna talk anymore. You don't want to know about that. So bye. NXT.